Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here, welcome back to another Division video. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at another one of the 4 brand new gear sets added in the most recent 1.2 update, and this time it's Lone Star. Now Lone Star is a set that a lot of you guys have been asking me to cover since the update went live, mainly because the signature talent, the 4-piece set bonus, is such an interesting ability. So I finally got the 4 pieces I needed, and thus it's time for a video. And if you guys do enjoy this, then a like would be super appreciated, and comment down below and let me know what you think. Now to begin with, for anyone asking where you can get the Lone Star pieces from, you can of course buy a couple of blueprints from the base operations special gear vendor. You can also get them as random drops from the Nuclear Sky Incursion, and quite possibly the most reliable source at the moment, myself and my team have been getting them as drops from the weekly higher value target missions. In fact, I got two 240 gear score pieces to drop from one of the bosses on the last weekly HVT. So it's not actually too hard to pick these up if it's something that you're interested in trying out. Now, if we dive in to take a look at the perks and the abilities, as always my stats are in a complete mess right now because I haven't done any recalibration whatsoever, so this is the set as it dropped for me. If we then go and select the mask, again you have your usual major, minor and skill attributes. In this case it's enemy armor damage, smart cover duration and an extra mod slot, giving this mask 2 mod slots, which is actually pretty handy. Then below that you have your usual list showing which pieces you have, and in this case my complete set comes from the last 4. But if we then drop down here, first up, your 2-piece set bonus is plus 100% ammo capacity. And this is an absolute must for this set, simply because when you have the signature talent active, you'll be burning through ammo at a pretty alarming rate. So this alone is very, very useful. Plus, it's just a nice thing to have on a 2-piece set bonus. Because of course, if you ever had another armor set and you just wanted to have more ammo, you could throw on 2-piece Lone Star and take it along with something like Predator, Striker, Sentry, etc. Then moving on to your 3-piece set bonus, you have plus 1000 LMG damage and plus 1000 shotgun damage. And this one, much like I said about the Predator's 3-piece set bonus, which increased assault rifle damage, at the moment, this is a bit of a wasted talent. LMGs really aren't very strong at all right now, so even with the increase of their damage, they're still not going to suddenly become viable again. And a similar thing could be said for shotguns. Shotguns can be useful in some situations, but again, right now, I wouldn't suddenly change my loadout to include shotguns just because of this bonus. So until we see that weapon balancing patch, I don't really think you're going to get much out of this bonus. So finally, the real reason we're here, and that's your 4-piece set bonus, Lone Star. When the weapon is holstered, it regains full ammo. Bear in mind it regains full ammo from your ammo reserves, so you're not just going to randomly pick ammo out of some sort of magical vortex, and of course therein lies the reason for the 2-piece ammo increase. But regardless, if I fire off some bullets on my SMG and then swap weapons, you'll see that the ammo counter flashes green. That indicates that it's been reloaded. So whereas before you typically empty your magazine in combat, then you would either reload or switch to your secondary, now you can switch straight to your secondary and either empty that or switch straight back if you're ready to go. Although truth be told you wouldn't really want to switch and then switch back, just to activate the skill, because as you can see side by side, swapping and swapping back isn't really that different to reloading. Plus there's the risk of accidentally swapping to your pistol if you're playing on console and you double tap the button too fast. So obviously the way this is supposed to be used is that you're supposed to swap straight to your secondary weapon, use that, and then when you swap back it's already reloaded. And to demonstrate just how effective this can be, let's run a little side-by-side demonstration in the firing range. On the left-hand side, I have 2 AUGs equipped. I've removed my extended magazine so that it has the base 25 bullets in the magazine, and that applies to both. However, on the right-hand side, I have 1 AUG equipped, again with the base 25 magazine. I'm going to begin burning through my bullets, and on the left, I'll of course use the Lone Star weapon switching bonus, whilst on the right, I will just do regular reloading. It's pretty obvious which one's going to come out on top, but regardless, it's still fun to see. Now do bear in mind, if you run a setup like this, where you have 2 of the same weapon archetype, you're going to rinse through your ammo pretty quickly. So to get the most out of this, you'd obviously want to use 2 different weapon types, each of which can then benefit from the 100% ammo increase and can then be swapped to independently. However, when you look at the AUG, after a fresh restock, I'm still sitting on my 25 rounds with 1,440 in reserve, and if you use that in the Dark Zone, that's more than enough for a few encounters, in between which you'd more than likely find new ammo. And in PvE, that's more than enough to get through to a checkpoint, which is often blessed with a restock crate. So, should you want to, you could still run with double of a weapon and still have fun with this, but obviously the intended use, as mentioned, is to have 2 different weapon types, and you can then swap independently. And while yes, if you're looking at raw damage numbers, your individual damage per shot might not increase drastically with this set equipped when compared to something like Striker or Sentry, what this set does allow you to do is keep up the pressure and maintain sustained fire, which no other set can do. And that's one of the reasons I really like this one. In a PvE situation, especially in something like an incursion, being able to keep up fire can be great. You can cover your teammates if they're reloading, you can get more out of your incendiary or explosive bullets if you're using them, and while it's not a weapon talent I would particularly recommend, if you had something that can say proc a bleed or a burn on a target, then you're likely going to see it proc more frequently given that you have less downtime. So all in all, I personally really like this set. I'm going to mess around with it some more and see if I can turn it into my new PvE set. Meanwhile, I'm also working on turning my Predator set that I showed in last week's video into my PvP Dark Zone set. And as and when I do complete that, I'll likely share it with you guys, but for the time being, that's been a quick look at the Lone Star gear set. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then don't forget to drop a like and also comment down below. And thanks for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.